Okay, so as I was saying, about those demons that I could see them. Yeah, so that was a certain point in time when I was able to I mean, not able to see them, but the 3 years ago, up until it was 3 years ago when they stopped looking at me, and when the flames that was coming from them stopped coming to me. Okay, but they're still there. And now it's just what I experience now is only coming from the person at this time. Um, what else? Like, yeah, I'm just wondering if there's anybody listening to this, if you guys have ever experienced this. I'm just wondering, have you ever experienced what I'm experiencing? Not necessarily exactly, but have you experienced something like it? Whether you operate prophetically or not, have you ever experienced something like this? And if so, then post it. I would love to hear all about it. And how do you deal with it? How do you deal with it? And if you are having a hard time, then I encourage you to watch my first two videos, because I give some detailed explanations as to how to deal with it. Okay? Um, okay, guys, so what else? Like, oh, yeah. Guys, you know what? Oh, I forget the psalm, but there's a psalm in the Bible where it talks about somebody's talking about some very distressful moments they're going through, where like they just go down a huge list of things that they're experiencing that is causing them a tremendous amount of agony. And they also mention something that I'm going through, which is like they say even the voice, the sound of their enemy's voice, like the sound of their enemy's voice causes them torment. So this is also something that I'm experiencing, like, and I don't understand why it happens this way. But for example, if I happen to be in this person's house, okay, and I am in one room and this person is in another area of the house. Now this person could be talking in this other area of the house, and suddenly I'll just, like, their voice will carry their voice, everything that they're saying, not what they're saying, it's their voice. The sound of their voice will carry a torment that travels to me and agonizes me. It doesn't happen when I'm in the same room with them. It just happens when I'm apart from them. Their voice, the tone, not the tone, the sound of their voice, just their voice. It has a very ugly, horrific, tormenting effect on me when they're talking, but in another area of wherever we happen to be. It's awful. I think it might be Psalm 55. I don't know. I will have to check, but I will check, and then I will post that psalm for you in the description box. And guys, whenever I hear that, guys, I become really disgusted, because when I say I'm disgusted, what I mean is I can't stand hearing this person's voice because of their attitude. Like, guys, when you are so fed up with somebody that even the sound of their voice makes you sick. That's what I'm talking about. So when I hear this person's voice, only when they're in another area from me, then that's when the repulsion starts to come up. I feel I can't stand it. Right? That's one thing. But also their voice is also bringing a torment that is just agonizing. It's a horrible thing. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a very, very disturbing, agonizing, ooh, I want to get out of here. That's how it is. Yes. So those two things happen. But then there are other times when I don't experience that. But like I said, it only happens when we are apart in separate rooms. But if I'm happy, if I'm like in the same room with the person, that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. But if we are in the same room and I'm very upset with them, at that point in time, I may feel disgusted with their voice only because they've upset me. Okay? So, yeah. I don't know what else to say because I don't remember anymore. And I'm very exhausted. So, I'm trying to remember anything else. Yeah, because guys, you know what? Sometimes people who are going through they're going through things and they don't express. Like, for example, for people who are going through things that I'm going through, supernatural things, a lot of people, maybe you're listening, you who are listening, a lot of you and other people don't say anything to others because you know that other people are going to think you're crazy. You're not crazy. You are experiencing what you're experiencing. You are going through it. It's real. It's affecting you. The thing is, you just don't want to say anything because people will think you're crazy. They won't understand you. And if people think you're crazy, they're not going to know how to help you. That's why you need to reach out to people who are going through what you're going through so that you will know how to deal with it. Right? So, if, you can ask me questions, I can help you. Right? So, and like I said, I've already explained how you can help yourselves in this area. Yeah, so you have to connect yourself with people who are going through the same thing you are so that you will be able to, you will be supported and you will feel supported because you won't feel alone and like people are pushing you away or you feel like you can't talk because you know that they're going to think you're crazy. So if I can help you in any way, just post your questions, post comments, and I will help you the best way that I can. Okay, so there are ministries, guys, that are prophetic ministries where people who are prophetic, they attend prophetic churches because these churches understand your gifts. Okay, they understand what you go through. They understand your calling. They understand how you're operating. They understand things that you are operating in that you don't even understand. You don't comprehend. Why am I seeing this? Why am I going through this? Why do I see angels? Why do I see demons? Why do I see, what am I seeing? What is happening to me? Am I really crazy? Am I seeing these things? Am I not seeing these things? You're not crazy. You really are experiencing these things. That's why it's important for you to get connected to others who are going through the same thing, and especially churches who are operating in the prophetic, because they will know how to counsel you. They will teach you about yourself. They will help you grow in your calling, in the gifts that you have. They will develop you. They will help you to develop. God told me that He wants me to attend a college of the prophets. Okay, so because like ever since He told me that I was a seer, there are a lot of things about myself that I still need to understand, like why I see certain things. Sometimes, like, I will see something and I think I will know the meaning of it, and it will be wrong because I have been corrected by prophets that are very advanced, more advanced than me. I have been corrected by them and said, no, that doesn't mean that. It means this. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Because I feel like whenever I see, at times when I will experience something, I will be so convinced that it means a certain thing. And then when I explain it to another prophet, they will, people that are very, very seasoned, very advanced in being a prophet, then they will explain to me, no, Nancy, that's not what it means. This is the meaning. So this is why it's important, guys, to get connected to churches that are specifically operating in the calling that that God has given you. And if you don't know what you're calling in, then just still, a prophetic church is the perfect place, because prophetic churches they're the ones that are operating in supernatural ways, right? And if a church is operating in a supernatural way, they're the perfect place to go and get answers to for whatever you don't understand. You're not going to walk into a church that is not operating in the prophetic, and although they believe in it, they're not experienced in it, so they can't help you. They're going to misguide you. They're going to mislead you. They will innocently misguide you. So you need to go to a church that is a prophetic church. I can try and help you with that. So so like I said, just if you need any help, just post something and I will do my best to get you connected to a church that will help you. I know of a few. So just let me know. So anyways, sorry guys, I just